Well, there it is. Hey there, we have a game today to cast, and this game is going to be on Turtle Rock. It is between spearmintkr, playing as Orc at the bottom, and at the very top we have a certain fella called JaeHoJang, who I believe is Moon, an incredibly talented Warcraft free Night Elf player. But if I'm wrong, then I'll pay the price and I'll find out in the comments later. But I'm pretty sure this guy is Moon. So he is spawning as the orange Night Elf at the top here, as we can see. Placing his Ancient of War, gonna get ready to creep himself some turtles. And the Altar of Elders is going to produce a Night Elf hero, no doubt. But which Night Elf hero? I'm gonna guess the Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, we can almost definitely tell that a Blade Master is coming out, but I'm going to put a strange, flat-out bet that maybe it's going to be the Farseer. No? Okay. I should have waited just until I saw that it was going to be the Blade Master and then say, yep, definitely the Blade Master. Okay. Right, of course. Of course you're going to go Blade Master. Why would you go anything else? And what are you doing with yourself? Going to do a little scouting, are you? I'm sure you will. And the barracks is almost up, so we're going to see some grunts soon, no doubt. Ancient of War is up and running and is producing an archer. Wisp coming down. Maybe for repair. No. He's going to scout. And we can see that Spear, who I shall call Spear, and I shall call JaeHoJang, Moon from now on. Spear is scouting his nearest position. Meanwhile, we can see the archers aggroed the turtles, bringing them towards the Ancient of War, who's going to now hit and run, if you can call that running, until he can get to the point where he can eat a tree. And you can see the huge damage he does. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter, which it was a Demon Hunter, is coming in here to finish off and pick off the rest of these turtles that the Ancient of War has started. Basically, the Demon Hunter did the right thing there, actually. That was a very nice move. He went off, picked up the item, and the archer can take out the rest of these turtles whilst the Ancient of War tanks, and that allows the Demon Hunter to benefit from the experience, as you can see, because the archer's getting the last hit. Although that was a sneaky try here. Spear actually has a peon here, trying to get a last hit. He actually does get the last hit, which means he gets the gold and an additional bit of experience. As you can see, he hasn't even cleared this creep camp and he's got 20 experience. Very nice touch there. He sold his TP and he's got himself a Circlet of Nobility. So he's just basically item hunting at this point. Circlet of Nobility and Gloves of Haste on the Blade Master is going to be very, very powerful indeed. We've got two grunts coming in here and another pick off on an Ogre Warrior. What item is he going to drop? Circlet of Nobility. It's a good day to be a Blade Master, that's for sure. And he's getting out. I've got you right. I've got the item. Not interested in the rest of you. You can just bugger off now. And Spearmint is finally going to lose this scouting peon. The Demon Hunter gets revenge. Although it should really be the archer that got the last hit, because the archer was screwed over. I guess they were both screwed over. The Demon Hunter was screwed over on experience and the archer was screwed over just out of sheer embarrassment about being beaten by a peon on getting the last hit. A highly trained archer, you know, for years, been training, surviving in the wilderness, hunting, and a peon just comes up with a pickaxe and gets the last hit. That's embarrassing. Oh, 2 healing cells here, no new additional items for the Blade Master, which probably would have been a boost of speed if it hadn't have already been picked up by the Demon Hunter, and a Dust of Appearance also for the Demon Hunter, which he did use, and I believe he used it when he came up here in the first place to keep an eye on the Blade Master, which he has done. Oh my goodness! Did you see that? That was crafty. That was very nicely done, but at least the Demon Hunter, Moon, can mitigate some of the damage done from that. Nice move from Spear there, aggroing these creeps, so that way the Demon Hunter gets trapped in between. And he can use the Staff of Teleportation, which is only 150 gold instead of a full 350 gold for the Scroll of Town Portal. That was a little bit close, but I guess Spear was willing to go for it. I didn't even quite get to see what that item is, so maybe you can always check it out in the video. Whatever it was, he sold it, put it that way. And then the main thing is he got the Watch Award here, so he can keep an eye on this area here, because it's a permanent ward, so I don't think it can be dispelled in any way whatsoever. Very quick pick up there from Moon, denying the Blade Master from getting the item. Oh, another crit would do the trick. Is he going to stay? No, he's going to stay. Oh, he died. Oh my goodness. I wonder whether he's going to TP out of that or not. I'm sure he had time to react, because I figured it might be a critical strike that denied him from teleporting out there, but maybe not. That's an interesting thing. We got a level 2 Blade Master who's soon on his way to level 3, benefiting from healing south, chasing down a Wisp. The Wisp has now escaped. Ancient of War coming down here. Meanwhile, we can see that Tree of Ages is here for JaeHoJang, of course Moon, and the Demon Hunter is almost out. And Blade Master going heavy on the archers because he can simply pick them off within a matter of hits, especially if he gets the crits. And the Beastmaster has been made as the second hero of choice for Moon. So Quill Beasts and Archers to accompany the Beastmaster and Demon Hunter thus far. Nice. Dust of Appearance used by Spear to get the Archer kill there. And it did look like Moon wanted to deny him that experience, but didn't quite manage to get the last hit on the Archer, thus allowing this Blade Master to ever get closer to level 3. And now he's going for another Ogre. Don't tell me it's going to be another Circlet of Nobility. Let's find out. What's it going to be? Oh, Ring of Protection +2. Not so good. But hey ho, he's doing pretty well for items anyway. And we can see our Demon Hunter here from Moon passing over the Mantle of Intelligence over to the Beastmaster, so he can get that many more extra Quill Beasts. He's going to be brave here and take on this Red Creep camp by the looks of it. That's quite tough, but doable, at least with double heroes and the amount of Quill Beasts that are out. But you want to make the most out of them. Let them do the tanking before they go down. They're going to take a lot of damage and pretty much die by the time they're going to run out anyway. The main thing is the Forest Troll Warlord has gone down. Beastmaster item there, methinks. Giant Strength +6, not bad for him at all. He's going to benefit from that nicely. I'm sure that item's going to be passed over, although the Demon Hunter is partly a tank anyway for the Night Elf. Interesting move here, teleporting down to this bottom right position because the Whisper's scouted Spear doing some creeping with his Tauren Chieftain and a collection of grunts. He might... I don't think there would be Ensnare upgraded already, so I think the Raider comes out first, then the Ensnare is being upgraded, so he hasn't quite got it yet. Nice blocking here from Spear with his grunts, trying to keep that Tauren Chieftain, but he's getting a bit cocky. You're coming back. Oh no, so many attempts to block here, and look at that, the cow protects the cow. Cow protection, you can't argue with that, and I'm sure Ensnare can't be too far away. Meanwhile, the Blade Master has been wreaking havoc at the top left. Level 3 Blade Master must have picked off a couple of kills, maybe got a last hit or two on the actual creeps. Oh, lots of talons. You see that? Quite a few talons cancelled there, so I'm sure that Moon is sitting on quite a bit of cash. And we've got the Blade Master over here just looking, keeping an eye on his friend, seeing if there's an opportunity for him to snipe something out. And he spots the Wisp, he's keeping an eye on it, and he's probably going to last hit it. Is he going to get mana burn? No, he doesn't quite get mana burn in time. You've got to have very quick reactions, because you do have to play as though you're suspicious that the Blade Master is around you at all times in order to, you know, be prepared for when he does strike. But it's not a nice way to play, because you've essentially got to be completely paranoid, and he can actually see the Blade Master there, but it's too late. The Hawk does have vision of invisible units, so that includes the Blade Master. So because the Blade Master is so quick when he's in Windwalk form, because that's level 2 Windwalk, he can just basically almost get through this Night Elf army, even with the Hawk there, before he can react. But the good thing is that Moon does have talons, so if he chooses to at any moment now, he can throw down a Fairy Fire on, well, he's done it on the that was autocast, that was on the radar, so I call it a radar, that sounded very posh, radar. So if I was going to bring in my actual Essex accent, I was call it a radar. The radar is he's got himself Fairy Fire, but it has actually just been disenchanted by the Spirit Walker, who is of course adept at this point, hence the fact that he can use disenchant, and that gets rid of the Moon's ability to keep an eye on Spearmen, because when Fairy Fire is on a unit or a hero, it grants you a visibility of that hero whilst it is on it. Tinker, a very typical build here, try Night Elf build here versus Orc. Demon Hunter, Beastmaster, Tinker is very common indeed, and obviously lots of talents. So you've got your very by the book, sort of by the numbers game here from Moon. who's no doubt practiced this build many times, and a Staff of Preservation being used there just to send back the Demon Hunter a little bit quickly, and Ancient of Wonders coming up as well, moving out so that units and heroes can get in and out of that base, but that also means the Blade Master might be able to sneak in there. Not that there's much to pick off, but he can do if he wishes to, but he's actually got his eye on the heroes here. Hawk will be able to see the Blade Master very soon. Raiders slipping in, but they're getting cyclones. There's more raiders coming in. Tauren Chieftain throwing down a shockwave, but only hitting one Talon, so that was a very nice split there from Moon. Blade Master running by, but he does get affected by Fairy Fire. The Hawk watches all, but he won't be there for long. Another Shockwave going down, only hitting a couple of Talons this time. Shockwave, very effective versus Talons, but you need to get as many of them as you can because it has a potential high max damage. The Demon Hunter is in a bit of trouble here, but Staff of Preservation does exist on this Base Master, but I'm sure it should be ready in a moment. There it goes. Demon Hunter saved. Lots of Talons still in the army of Moon. And Quillbeer now. What the hell? Why can't I say that name right? Alright, okay. Quillbeer's coming out for a Beastmaster, and I know what I did there, don't worry. Tauren Chieftain and Blade Master both being cyclone, trying to get us around, and one of the heroes now moving around, trying to block them from getting to the army, which is basically what they want to do. They're desperately trying to reach the army now that they've got close to it, but trapped within the trees is the Tauren Chieftain, surrounded by a bunch of Talons, which are quite vulnerable units. Looks like Druid of the Talon has been activated, their crow form rather, to save a couple of these Talons. Lovely micro here, really doing a good job saving these Talons. He could have lost a lot more if it was another player. But that Tauren Chieftain is not going down very easily, and he's got a potion of healing. And we've got the Blade Master just doing some amazing automatic damage just by right-clicking his way to victory, as we can see. Now we've got the Orc, who is in a bit of trouble because whilst he has done a great job in these battles, Moon has also done a fantastic job. So it's more of a kind of standoff. And if he can get this kill on the Tinker, which he does, that's going to grant him a lovely bit of experience there. Almost making his way to level 4 with the Blade Master. Level 3 Tauren Chieftain as well. Not long until he gets level 4. He's picking up a lot of items because he didn't expect this fight to go on for so long. So now he's expected it. And he's come in here. He's got the 2 scrolls of healing, so he can definitely whack down one. He wants to use it now if he's going to use it. But he's concentrating on other stuff at the moment. He's losing units that could have been very useful if he used one of those scroll of healings just a moment ago, and now he uses it as his Tauren Chieftain is almost about to go down. Cowcaster going down, Beastmaster saving the Demon Hunter once again. Staff of Preservation with a relatively short cooldown. I wouldn't call it a short cooldown, but for what it does, it's pretty damn short. So we've got Talons here being saved by Moon up at the top there, and the other bulk army that he has with his healthier Talons can continue to chase down the rest of the Orc units. Tauren Chieftain managing to survive, but no healing cell on him, unfortunately, so he's going to have to wait a while before he can heal up nice and proper. I'm sure, well, I'm suspecting that maybe we'll see a third hero because the experience is really starting to come through with these heroes. 4 and 3. Won't be too long until they can go much further, but we can see Demon Hunter coming in here with the Orb of Venom, getting a mana burn there. One more hit. Oh, Tauren Chieftain taking a potion, just surviving in time. Oh, the Demon and a Moon, unfortunately, using his Staff of Preservation, not Staff of Preservation, Staff of Teleportation, but the split second he used it, Ensnare went down on his Demon Hunter, trying to finish off the Tauren Chieftain before he loses his Demon Hunter, but not quite managing to do so. And we got a healing salve on this Tauren Chieftain finally. And meanwhile, we can see that with the rest of his army, Moon, his Beastmaster, and his fellow Talons, who are Masters, are creeping up the top right spot. Not a bad spot at all, potentially a very good item. And this item is the Legion Doom Horn, which is actually pretty good for what he has, because it's going to allow the Demon Hunter, the Beastmaster, and the Talon to be more sort of flexible. They're going to be faster, they're going to heal quicker. So it's good for the Demon Hunter specifically, I'd say, more than anything else. But it's still not a bad item by any means. We can see the Blade Master with 2 circlets and a Dust of Appearance, not much else. No boost of speed on him yet. I guess he just doesn't need it, or he just doesn't feel like he needs it. He's pulling back these creeps, going to try to get a nice item from the Ogre Lord. We've got the Tauren Chieftain sitting with a Robe of Magi +6 and Pendant of Energy. 525 potential mana here. That's a lot of shockwaves, I'm going to tell you that for sure. Ooh, Cloak of Flames being passed over to the Blade Master. What an item to get. Now that is what you want. That is going to make the Blade Master an absolute beast. So if he could reach level 5, that'd be lovely. But of course the Tauren Chieftain backing off a little bit here so the Blade Master can get some more experience by the looks of it, or potentially just backing off so he can get an item from the shop. I can't decide which, but he's definitely going to pick up an item anyway. Scroll of Healing being purchased just to give him a bit more longevity, but that's pretty beastly Tauren Chieftain right now. We have a Tinker here, almost reaching level 3, but still not going to get it quite yet. And he's got himself a Potion of Healing and a Wand of Mana stealing from that turtle. Not a bad item, but it's going to take a lot more charges of Wand of Mana to get rid of all the mana on that Tauren Chieftain. I'm telling you that. Beastmaster, almost level 5, got a lot of items on him. Mantle of Intelligence, the Doom Horn, the Staff of Preservation, Teleport. So he's the main guy to get your army out in case you get in trouble. And of course a Potion of Healing. Perhaps a Scroll of Healing being picked up in a moment. Or yes, it is. Maybe Invulnerability as well, yes, for the Tinker. And an Ogre Warrior harassing a Wisp, because a Wisp must have scouted too far, and there's only one Ogre Warrior here left in this creep camp, bizarrely enough. A Bat just positioned here above the Tree of Life expansion for Moon, who has only just recently picked up this expansion, literally just got it up and running now, is having to deal with a nuisance here. Just one Bat can do a decent amount of damage over time, very effective for its cost, and 2 Bats is going to do even more. And up here we got a big old battle going down. Looks like Spear wants to definitely eliminate this Pocket Factory before it gets out of hand. Shockwave going through it, finishing it off. We've got Demon Hunter at the back here trying to remove a lot of the mana that the Tauren Chieftain has left. We've got some decent damage coming here from the Hawks. A lot of Fairy Fires being cast down. Cyclones going left, right and centre. Demon Hunter now being focused but saved by the Beastmaster. Tauren Chieftain throwing down another Shockwave. And Demon Hunter, after healing back up in his Moon Wells, is coming, teleporting back to his Tinker to get back into the battle. Still more Cyclones here and there, not too many so that they can't get all disenchanted in one go. Scroll of Healing being used by Moon to keep his army nice and strong. We've got level 5 Blade Master now, right now. Spirit Walkers pretty much on death's door because they're just going down. Disenchant being used to remove any remaining Fairy Fire. We've got Talons all over the place. This is chaotic, purely chaotic. Huge crit there from the Blade Master, almost picking off the Beastmaster. I'm sure a Scroll of Teleportation is going to be used in the moment. No, he can actually escape. He's going to try to stay in this battle for as long as possible, but he's going to go down. Yes, he uses the Scroll of Teleport before the Blade Master can finish him off. Very, 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 very close there. Oh dear, that was chaos, wasn't it? Even got a Fairy Dragon in here. Yes, get a Fairy Dragon. Look at it. Yes. It's in its I can't remember what form, Mana Flare form, that's the one. Sounded almost American, Mana Flare. Just to basically be a bit more of a nuisance to those Cowcasters who weren't really having a good day, to be honest. They're taking potentially bonus damage when they go into ethereal form because basically the bulk of Moon's army is Talons, and they do. Well, the reason why you pretty much see Night Elf mass Talons in this way is because of the damage they do and the sheer effectiveness of Cyclone. And Fairy Fire is in itself an amazing spell for what it does. You know, it's the first ability. It's a very effective spell. And the Cyclone is there to pretty much remove the Blade Master from the fight entirely and anything else that you want. So a few raiders here and there as well, just to be a nuisance. You don't want to spam it, because if you spam it on all units, it just takes 1 disenchant to remove it. So you want to sort of portion it out. That way you're wasting as many disenchants and therefore getting rid of the mana from these Spirit Walkers and making them more useless, because they're not that good once they run out of their mana, let's face it. They're okay, but they're actually pretty pathetic, their damage. But the Talons are more effective because their damage does bonus damage to most Orc units, except for when it's pure Raiders and Cowcasters like this, which is pretty much the reason why Spear has gone that way. No Grunts, because those Grunts have heavy armor and they're going to get battered by the Talons quite easily. Got a huge army here. Let's have a look here. How much has he got? He's got 52 out of 70 food, so he's now starting to break into it. He has lost this expansion because he just wasn't able to keep that, maintain that whilst everything else was going on. The Bats had their way with the expansion, and that was that. But there is another expansion coming up here from Moon, who is going to need it if he's going to want to stay over 50 food, which he isn't. He's retracted back, lost a couple of wisps or something like that, just to stay under that food cap so he's not getting taxed. And the Blade Master is slipping in here, looking for a potential kill. He's got to be careful though. There is no Beastmaster because the Beastmaster is over here. The Hawk is coming down. He spots Disenchant being used on the Quill Beast. 3 Disenchants removes both of those Quill Beasts. That's a decent chunk of experience as well. And these heroes are now 5 and 5, and they're making their way towards 6. So as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be scary, very scary. Meanwhile, we only have a level 3 Demon Hunter, a level 5 Beastmaster, and a level 3 Tinker. Probably because the Demon Hunter kept getting teleported back so many times, he didn't actually get the experience from the pickoffs on the units. So we've got a lot of scouting going around here, just observing, keeping an eye on where people are, where expansions might be. A Wisp here scouting himself. No expansion at the bottom here. Looks like a Quill Beast coming in just to check up and Spear's base. Going to do a little bit of repairing on that burrow because that Quill Beast will be a bit annoying. Going to pick off this gargantuan sea turtle, see what it drops. Tome of Agility, and I can't see anything else. Ring of Protection +3. Not terrible item actually, considering that at this stage in the game, heroes are going to be focused pretty heavily, especially by a Blade Master, so that's going to give the heroes a little bit more longevity. We got a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, very good item for the Blade Master. Pretty much allows him to stay in the fight, even, well, oh, Tree of Eternity now moving out, which is an interesting move. It's bad timing now, unfortunately, for Moon, because Spear's army is sitting right outside. Meanwhile, we can see that the Raiders haven't got any upgrades. The Demon Hunter's now teleporting back in. That was an interesting move there. Windwalk now shifting over the Demon Hunter's position. Demon Hunter a little bit trapped, but there is going to be a Staff of Preservation to save him. Let's see if the Beastmaster can use it, which he no doubt can, but does he have to use it just yet? No. Scroll of Healing going down, saving a lot of those talents, but Shockwave then getting rid of quite a few talents as well. A lot of clumped up units here. Beastmaster now being the focus a little bit, alongside the Tinker, who's definitely taking the main focus. Potion of Invulnerability being used along with the Potion of Healing. That way keeping the Tinker in it. Does look like Cowcasters are being picked off at this time. Talons are doing decent damage, removing the Raiders from the fight and picking off the Walkers, leaving off the heroes. So we've got heroes being cycloned. The Blade Master is in a lot of trouble. Potion of Invulnerability already used, and remaining at low health and almost no mana. So that fight went really badly for Spear there. Really, really badly. I would have given him, you know, I wouldn't say he was going to win the game by any means, but I would have said that he still stood a chance until that happened. He's pretty much only got his heroes left and a few Raiders. And his heroes aren't that healthy. They are good heroes. If that Blade Master could reach level 6 and the Tauren Chieftain level 6, it would just be ridiculous. Because the Demon Hunter is a long way from level 6, and the Beastmaster's level 6 isn't that great. It's very static, and the Blade Master can deal with that quite nicely. But the Demon Hunter is just relentless, consistently harassing that Tauren Chieftain with mana burns and just giving him a really hard time. Blade Master managing to get a Windwalk off, so that way the mana burn wasn't so effective. No Hawk, as we can see, otherwise that Blade Master will be getting hit right now. Talons chasing down the Raiders. Raiders throwing down an ensnare on the Demon Hunter, another ensnare keeping him in his position, but the Demon Hunter is still dashing it, dealing out some nice damage to the Blade Master. I would say that was a little bit unfortunate for Spear. I don't believe, there's the crit, and it was a miss. I was going to say he wasn't getting any crits, and when he did, it missed. And Blade Master is really dependent on those crits. So that was a great game played by both, but it was just a little bit unfortunate for Spear at the end there. The Scroll of Healing used by Moon and the great control with his heroes, as well as them being just quite tanky at this point in the game, just allowed them to stay in that fight for too long, and Spear wasn't able to do the damage that he wanted to, and by the time he could, he had nothing left. So there you go. Quite an interesting game indeed. Tri-hero from Moon, definitely triumphing there. Maybe a Shadow Hunter might have been what it took to sway that battle another way. A Hex here and there could definitely make a huge impact to the fights, but Moon did a fantastic job with those Talons, Cycloning, Fairy Firing, just general micro overall allowed him to get maximum bang for his buck. So Fantastically played, and a good fight put up by Spear as well. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you did, and if you want to see more, then you can always subscribe, and I'll see you later.